You're watching Rules of the Game with Bill Krugh and Zach Ferrall. Brought to you by these fine sponsors: Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, Hog Blaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Rules of the Game with Bill Krugh. I'm your host Zach Ferrall. Joining me each and every week is local official Bill Krugh here to look at some of the clips from the Riders game on Friday night. Bill, thanks for being here again.
Thanks, Zach. I'm ready for this season to go.
Unbelievable. First week of 2025 is here already. It feels like October outside.
Yeah.
Where were you at this week?
This week I was at Allen East up there in Allen County. They played Newark Catholic. Good game. Good first opening game.
Before we jump into the clips, is there anything of major importance or new emphasis that they're telling officials this year?
This year, the big rule change, the only thing that they come up with was if a ball is fumbled forwards out of bounds, it comes back to where the fumble was initiated. So
in the past, it was where it went out of bounds.
It's where it went out of bounds.
As long as it was not intentionally fumbled.
Exactly,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big change.
It is a big change. It is a big change, yep.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right into the clips then. We've got 14 clips, so we'll check out 7 of them and come back for the final 7. This first one here is unfortunately a nice run from St. Mary's, a trap or dive up the middle, called back because of a high-low block. We'll look at the end zone view here in a second, and that will, I think, show us a little bit more. So if you want to look at the center here, they're saying that the center went low and the tackle came over the top.
Okay.
And we'll watch that again here.
Yeah, let's watch that again. Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah, you can see it. He got it. The center judge back there with the referee, his job is initially to watch the snap, so he's right on that center, and he got that tackle coming in a little bit later. Boom.
So if a center's going to shoot out like that and be low, he's got to be very careful that there's not a defender coming over the top on that.
A teammate of his,
A teammate, right.
Yep.
Sorry, not a defender, yeah.
Right.
And another offensive lineman doing that.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that unfortunately came up another time, so we'll take a look at that here in a little bit. On this one, this was a touchdown from Galion that was called back due to holding. Pretty obvious to me, but it's out there on the top of your screen. You can kind of see the guy get twisted there. So we'll watch this one more time. Yeah. Watch the receiver at the very top of the screen and the defender. And as the defender's coming through, he just gets twisted a little bit there. I think that was Trey Moore.
All he needed to do was just put his hands on him and push him. But he hooked him and turned him, and that gave him the corner. So that is a hold.
Looking at the end zone view here, you can kind of see it right here on the right of your screen.
Yep,
just sort
right
of
there.
Gets twisted underneath there. And I don't really think he was really too much into the play. I mean, maybe he could have made a good play on it. He's a fast kid, but kind of seems like he probably would have been close to being
right there. That's a good clip right there. You can see him getting turned. The hand went around.
Good catch by the official then.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That was a good call. Yeah.
So this one, I just thought we could take a look at it. It's a blocked field goal, and we can just remind the viewers and myself as when is that ball live on a blocked field goal?
Is that a field goal or is that
extra point? Extra point.
As soon as it's blocked.
Okay.
As soon as it's blocked, the play's over.
So extra points cannot be returned in high school football.
Not when the ball's blocked.
Okay. But two-point conversion tries can be returned for 2 points?
Yeah.
Okay. And if somehow the field goal would get, or sorry, the extra point would get moved far back, can an extra point be returned? I mean, that would be a crazy situation, but.
No, once it crosses the neutral zone, it plays over also. Well,
So any extra point kick or block, or as long as it's blocked or it crosses the
neutral
zone, it's a dead ball.
Yeah, and the next time you're watching a high school game, next Friday night, watch when an extra point is kicked. As soon as the ball crosses the neutral zone, you'll hear the whistle. That's when you'll hear the whistle. It'll be the umpire who's underneath one of the goalposts. He'll be blowing it dead as soon as the ball crosses the.
Gotcha.
And when it's blocked, the referee will be blowing it dead.
Gotcha. And that's different than a field goal, though, right?
That's different than a field goal.
Okay.
Field goal's live.
This next one was just a fumble on the punt return. Just wanted to see if you could tell that for sure it was a fumble, and that the Galion player recovered it. Really hard to tell there, though.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, he's got it. He's taken off, and right there. Do you see the ball anywhere?
The ball's in his right hand, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah. That looks like it might have been out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell on those when somebody's falling to the ground whether it's caused by the ground hitting it or whether it's out before.
Now watch. Stop that again where you did right there, and then the ball's out, and then he bounces off the ground. Now
Gotcha.
his knee could have been down underneath the St. Mary's player, but I don't think he was. That looks to me like that might have been a good call, that it was a fumble.
And it looks like a pretty good recovery by Galion there, just right place, right time. So could have changed the momentum there.
Oh, absolutely. Get the ball at midfield.
This next play was another touchdown called back by a holding call on Galion. I think on the left of your screen, the 27 right there.
Oh dear, yeah.
The running back.
If somebody doesn't get that, that was a better tackle than the defense.
He basically tackled the guy as the defender got around him.
Look, he's got him hooked first and won't let go, and then he just drug him to the ground. That's about as classic hold as there is.
So at the end of the first half, Galion kicked a field goal, or tried to kick a long field goal. We saw him making these from the 30-yard line, so we weren't surprised. He was making them before the game. But ended up missing the field goal, so we'll let this play out through. But check where the line of scrimmage is. It's on the 25-yard line. And so we had some viewers that reached out to me, and they wanted to know why, if we could skip to the next play. When St. Mary's got the ball back then, they had it on the 20-yard line.
Yep.
So some viewers were wondering why they didn't get the ball back from where the kick occurred from.
Well, in high school rules, a field goal, a missed field goal, no matter where it's kicked from, goes to the 20-yard line.
So if it's kicked from the 50-yard line, it goes to the 20 and just kind of acts like a punt at that point.
Correct.
And if it's missed from the 10-yard line, does it go back out to the 20?
Yes.
So anywhere on the field always goes back to the 20.
Yep.
It's a little surprising we don't see more teams try longer field goals because they get basically a punt out of it.
Yeah, but it is a little riskier.
Yeah.
High school, snapping the ball, holding it, getting it down, and getting it kicked. In high school, it is a little riskier.
And it can still be returned if it doesn't reach the goal
post. Oh, absolutely.
Right?
If it doesn't reach the goal line, it can be returned just like a punt.
Gotcha. Well, we're going to look at this next play here. So this was a long pass play from Galion, and the official called him down just before the goal line here. And I was curious if you thought that was the right call. It was so quick to us and hard for us to see from the box.
Yeah, it looks to me like he got the right call right. Watch his knee go down. Right there. Well, he's got his arm extended too, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. So.
But the official is right there on the goal line.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's right where he's supposed to be.
So you're saying his knee's down and that ball is in his arm, and so
If the ball wasn't extended out over the goal line before his knee hit, then he's down at the 1. It's where the ball is when his knee's down.
Yep.
And that, look where the back judge is right there.
Yep.
He's exactly where he's supposed to be, and who has the best view of it in the entire stadium?
Yep.
He does. So we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's got it, that the ball wasn't extended out when the knee hit the ground.
Looks like he made a pretty good call there.
It does. He was where he's supposed to be, and that's why he was supposed to be there.
Well, Bill, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we be back, we're going to look at the final 7 clips from the game on Galion on Friday night, including a, I think, more controversial high-low call. So
Okay.
We'll be back right after this.
You're watching Rules of the Game with Bill Krugh and Zach Ferrall. Brought to you by these fine sponsors: Ace Cuts, Albert Sporting Goods, All Blaze Equipment Rental, Buffalo Wild Wing, Capability, Salina Cycle Center, Eagle Loan Company of Salina, Eagle 767, FCA, Fowler's TV, Freedom Marketing Strategies, Grand Lake Roofing, Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, JT's Brew and Grill, Larry Schaff Auto Sales, MHS Alumni Foundation, Miller Funeral Homes, Minster Bank, Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Plus One Professionals Real Estate, Writer Rooters, Roots Pub, St. Mary's Foundry, Sean Barnett Electrical, Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center, Spring Street Storage, TSC, and Varsity Lanes.
Welcome back to Rules of the Game with Bill Krugh. Thank you to all our sponsors for supporting Rider Nation Station. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. Bill, let's jump back into this clip here.
Okay.
So this was the infamous, the illegal, second illegal block call. They called it again on the center underneath there, saying that it was a high-low block. So we'll watch again from this wide angle. Watch the center go to the right, and then the kid just go down kind of in front of him. If we can go to the end zone view, you can kind of see it a little bit better.
Were they both high? It looks to me like from that angle that they were both high on the guy. I see them both blocking him. Do you see that?
Yeah, so number 53 from Galion is, I believe, where they called it on. And they called it on the right tackle and the center of St. Mary's, sort of on the guy right there. But I didn't think, the center went down because one of the Galion players hit him in the back of the knees. He's already engaged high with the guy. I just thought it was a bad call. I thought that they saw a high-low block, but it looks to me like they're both high, like you were saying.
The center hits him right in the shoulder pads. And 75, the right tackle, he's above the waist the entire time. So, yeah, and you're right. The only reason the center went down was he got his legs chopped out from behind. But he's still above. He was still above the waist. Don't you believe?
I thought so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so. Watching the replay from our angle is hard to see the night of, but watching that when I was reviewing clips this week, thought it was very obvious to me that was a good block.
I agree. I think it was a good block.
We know the officials don't go 100%, but that's a big play for St. Mary's. The trap there, the interchange between the guards, centers, and tackles there on that trap. And so if that's something that's going to be called more and called wrong, it's very detrimental to the wing T and the offense.
Yeah, and here's the thinking. Officials sometimes get some slack over not calling things, but you should only make a call unless you're 100% know that that's the call. Just like right there on that play, he wasn't 100% sure. There's no doubt in my mind he wasn't 100% sure, so that should have been left go. So, but officials do get some slack over, why didn't you call that? Well, I'm looking at this whatever you saw happened just out of my peripheral vision, and I saw something happen, but I'm not 100% sure. So my flag is going to stay in my pocket. And I think that's the thinking that you should have. But a lot of times, you get a flag for something that they thought they saw.
You have a coach in your ear, and
you're right.
starts making you think about things.
Yep. And if you're new, and it seemed to me, was the umpire new? Did he look new?
I don't know, because we were all the way in Crawford County, so it's a different type of crew, but it is, and it's the first game of the season too.
Correct. Yep.
Everybody's
you have to get your
inexperienced.
You have to get your brain going and get back into the. If you don't do any scrimmages,
right?
So
we'll give them we'll let them not be perfect maybe all week.
No game is called perfect.
Right. This next play was very obvious. A deep pass from Galion to one of their wide receivers, and Trey Moore, the St. Mary's defender, really not in bad position on this pass, but just a really athletic play by the receiver, just grabbing everything he can, and unfortunately comes up with the face mask there.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing on this is, since it was a touchdown, we can talk a little bit about that. So Galion has the option to either assess the penalty on the extra point or on the kickoff. Is that right?
That's correct. On any scoring play, the offending team, the scoring team has the option of taking it on the extra point or on the ensuing kickoff. Yep.
So unless they're really thinking about going for two and getting a little bit extra yardage, most of the time they're going to take it on the kickoff. Is that right?
Most of the time they'll take it, especially something at 15 yards.
Right.
On the extra point, you're going to get a yard and a half, and on the kickoff, you're going to get 15. And if you've got a decent kicker, he's going to put it in the end zone and
guarantee you no return.
Yeah, no return. Now they're at the 20. So that's going to help a team out more than the yard and a half down at the end. Unless it's tight at the end of the game, they need those 2 points.
Right.
They need that extra point. But something there, most of the time that'll be taken on the ensuing kickoff.
Can come up huge.
Yeah.
This next play was a false start from St. Mary's. I think this one was pretty obvious. The left guard just flinched a little bit before the play.
Oh, there he is. He backed up. Yep. He knows.
And he knew it.
And he knows it. Yeah.
The reason I brought that one up, though, is because we're going to have another one here in a second. I think in a couple plays, so we'll talk about that in a second. Because that one was not as obvious to me. This one, though, was an intentional grounding call against St. Mary's.
Okay.
So Aiden Meyerding rolls out here, and he's out of the pocket. He throws it out of bounds, but during the broadcast, I said I don't think he got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. Is that a requirement?
The 3 requirements. There's 3 requirements. One is, and we don't call it in the pocket. In high school, it's called the free blocking zone. But it's the pocket.
Right.
It's the tackle, So if he gets out, he has to get laterally outside of that free blocking zone. It has to be the quarterback. He can't hand it off and then a running back throw it out of that, And then the third thing is the ball has to reach the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
Those are the 3 options, or the 3 requirements for it to be intentional grounding.
Okay.
And then it's a spot foul where it's going to be 5 yards from where he threw it, and it's going to be a loss of down.
Gotcha. And that was a big loss there.
Oh,
and do you agree from seeing that last play that it did not get to the line of scrimmage?
Oh, it doesn't look like it got to the line of scrimmage, yeah.
I had one more question about this one, though. His running back is running right next to him. If he just throws that at the running back's feet, is he okay? Because that's a receiver?
Yeah.
So that's maybe something to work on there with the quarterback.
Yeah.
If you're in trouble, just look around for the running back and throw it at his feet.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so this was the what I alluded to. They called this a false start on St. Mary's. I saw the guard point there, but I just didn't see what they called this on, and I was hoping.
Okay. Hold it. Is it on the tackle?
That's what I was wondering. Is there a flinch there by the tackle, or is that just part of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tackle flinched.
Okay.
Yep.
I was watching the guard, I think, point, and I missed the tackle flinch.
Did the guard pointing cause the tackle to flinch?
Maybe. That's what I'm
It
wondering.
could be, yeah.
It happened at the same time.
Yeah. It looked
or whatever he was saying while he was pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young team, something to work on.
Oh,
probably.
yeah, right. You're an offensive lineman. It takes a lot of. You have to hold your water, don't you?
Yeah. Once you get ready and you're just listening for the set black or the whatever you're going on, any little thing can.
Discipline. You have to have personal discipline on.
And that can happen a lot with sometimes on the defensive sides, that when you're ready to go and all of a sudden they'll shift the line, they'll all jump one way.
Just the slightest little thing can cause you to.
Or they'll call out a play on that side of things. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
This next play was a nice interception return by the St. Mary's guy. First we had a block right there into the end zone. I guess just wanted to make sure that wasn't, or you didn't consider that to be an unreasonable block.
I don't think so, no.
Okay. They didn't call it, so that's good. So the call right there.
Yeah, nope, that's a good block. He's faced up,
Yep.
He didn't push him in the back or anything. That receiver had turned, tried to grab at him, and it was a good block. That was what he should have been doing. Yeah.
And then down here at the bottom of your screen, I think it's number 9, and I think Rammel from St. Mary's 63 just gets his helmet ripped off.
Wow,
there.
Sure does.
So obviously they called a personal foul against Galion. Is that potentially an ejectable act?
Well, what?
Because it doesn't look like it's part of the play at all. It looks completely. I guess it's real close to probably when the whistle was blown, because it looks like the tackle had gone out of bounds.
No, I don't think there's anything there that would be ejectable.
Okay.
But you could say, okay, you need to go sit out for a couple plays and calm down. You can remove a player from the game without ejecting him.
Okay.
You can remove him and say, Coach, that player right there needs to calm down for a few plays. And usually the coaches know that, and they know which players that are prone to do stuff like that.
Yeah. And they don't want their player getting ejected because they kept them in.
Exactly.
And something else.
Yep.
Well, that was quite the throw there of the helmet. I've seen helmets come off, and I've seen guys in the line of scrimmages fighting and a helmet gets torn off and things like that, but I haven't seen it quite that egregious.
Did they call the foul?
They did, yeah. It was a personal foul.
Yeah.
This next play, then, the final clip of the night was a horse collar. My only question for you is, I thought there was a provision of the horse collar that said that if the defender had another piece of, tackling from another area, that he was still allowed to pull on the horse collar area at the same time.
No, right there, even if he had a hold of him down here on the side, is that what you think you saw?
Yeah, that's what I meant, yep.
No, he pulled him down from behind or to the side.
Okay.
And no, that's definitely a horse collar right there.
So it's whatever, it's pulling on it, period, no matter how you have any kind of grip on anybody else.
As long as he's falling backward or sideways, that's the danger of it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, even if he grabs his leg, he pulled him backwards.
Gotcha.
So
right call, good call.
I think so, yeah.
Well, that's all the clips that we had today, Bill. I really appreciate it. That was fun.
Back into it.
Even in bad games, we can still get good clips and good things to talk about. So,
football season's here.
The Riders are playing the Bath Wildcats this Friday night home. Rider Nation Station will be there, and with any luck, we'll have clips for us to discuss next week on the rules of the game. For Bill Krugh, I'm Zach Ferrall. We'll see everybody next week.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.